Yo, what's going what a voice crack. Yo, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another reaction, and today we're gonna check out 5 scary videos that'll make you scream, and this one was suggested by the one, the only H7 Soul. So shout out to you, H7. So without further ado, let's check it out.
These videos are so scary, they'll make you want to
wow.
scream. Good luck
What?
proving
Did
me
the dog just
wrong.
close her eyes?
Number 5.
Oh my god.
Jody
Okay,
Dean,
I'm ready for
aka
this.
Hunting the Dead, has been a paranormal investigator since 2010. He explores practically any haunted location he can find, regardless of the risk to his health and sanity. March 30th of 2020 is when he revisits
Shout out to you,
this
man,
haunted house in his
risking
hometown
yourself,
of Aripeka, Florida. It only takes 3 minutes and 5 seconds for paranormal activity to begin.
God, it feels so good to be filming again. I really miss this.
Nice. How do you miss
Pretty
this?
simple here. We just have a.
I mean, hey,
nice
you do
little
you, man.
paranormal
You do you.
potty.
In the mirror, a shadow figure passes by. That's not his reflection. You can even see Jody's arm in front of it. It happens too fast for him to notice, so he continues deeper inside. Later, he senses something near and he turns around.
Exactly why I do this.
Why do you do this, man? Honestly.
Dude, I just seen it.
He sees
What?
a shadow passing across the doorway. A fast-moving shadow at that. Little footsteps, if you ask me.
Oh my god.
What?
He follows them and senses something watching
Yo, I'm already
him.
getting goosebumps.
The whole hallway looks blurry, like someone standing in front of him.
Hello? Dude, it sounds like there's rummaging, like a physical being.
Oh my god, it does sound like that.
And it's crazy because it sounds like it's just feet in front of me here. And what are...
And when he raises his voice, it runs out of the door much like a scared child. Within a few minutes, it's back inside of the house, bound here forever, I suppose. And Jody subconsciously walks back to the bathroom where the first shadow image is seen.
It might look like it, I don't know. Help?
Were you trying to get my attention? You got it, I seen you.
But before he gets a chance to help the girl, a dark physical force fills the room as the dark spirit box announces a single word.
That scared me. What?
I think something happened to this poor little girl at the hands of her father, and now she can't escape the room it happened in. And that's when Dad confirms his presence.
Was that you?
Unlike Jody, who is filled with fear and passion, this man's voice is uncaring and cold. So when he's not checking out haunted houses like this one, this YouTuber likes to bring the spirit world to his own home, however.
Sorry guys, that was my dog.
Primarily through a collection of possessed dolls. Ellie and Nessie are the two most eager to communicate. Look what happens when he lights a candle here. Nessie levitates and there's absolutely no strings to be seen against the black television backdrop. Ellie, meanwhile, has been known to smile on her own, though the video is grainy, so editing is not out of the question.
Looks like she's smiling and going straight, smiling and going straight.
Yo, man, this is creeping me out when we're just on the 5th video.
But it's when Ellie and Nessie are together that they seem the most powerful and able to communicate. They have no problem manipulating the electromagnetic reader to their will.
Do you guys want to do some spirit box with me? Do you see the interaction there?
They respond to their names without hesitation.
Ellie.
And the lights seem to appropriately gauge how strongly they feel about each question. Here's what they think about him moving to a new address.
Are you sad that I am going to be moving from here?
Dude, that thing went all the way to red.
Whoa.
Is that N?
Believe it or not, Ellie and Nessie are even the scariest dolls in his forbidden collection.
Dude, that thing's all the way on red.
After Nessie says the word demon, Jody purposefully angers a different doll into doing this.
I said make your eyes blink. You blink your eyes. Blink them.
Oh my god.
I don't see any way to fake this, but maybe I'm missing
How do you
something.
even fake that? There's no way you can fake
Any way
that.
that they could make
This
this
is
doll's
real.
eyes close that you can tell, even if they had a hole in the table and we're running the doll's head through it? I still don't see how this would work. Number 4. Hype
Yo, that
Mike
was
has gotten
freaking
into some
scary.
crazy adventures in the past, but staying at this abandoned factory until 3 a.m. is probably one of the wildest yet. Outside, he finds a collection of what could be someone's belongings out in the forest, but decides to continue anyway.
Okay.
As soon as he puts his camera down to climb inside, he hears this noise. Which I think sounds like a door being slammed as hard as possible. When he finally comes across an entrance, he finds the door has been kicked hard many times, like somebody leaves this way every day. Though to be honest, the footprints look to be about his shoe size, so maybe it was him. On the floor are dried red stains and a massive red streak across the wall that I think is
actual
paint,
blood?
or at least I hope so.
Oh, okay.
And that's when he hears it again.
That better be paint.
The same sound as
paint.
before.
Stand under the door and this.
Kicked in doorknob.
What the?
What the f?
Someone's kicking doors open. Do they know he's here? Soon he comes across more red stains, but I think it's almost definitely paint considering the red wall has a similar streak on it as well.
Okay, good.
He's exploring
That was
various
actual
old
blood.
burned out rooms. When it comes back, the same noise as before.
Yo, man, I don't like this man.
What the?
Bro, what? What is even causing that noise?
Two bangs
That was
coming from
fucking
opposite
loud.
sides. He must be surrounded. The fact that Hype Mike is not taking off by now makes me think this almost has to be fake, and this explanation is really unlikely.
What the? That was? Maybe it was like a bird or something.
But just when I started to doubt this video, this really strange sound plays. This doesn't sound like the wind to me, especially how it ends. But tell me what you think it is and if it's paranormal.
What the?
Yo.
Hype Mike makes it to nightfall without hearing
Oh, that
any
sounds
further
paranormal.
noises. Maybe it's gone for now, whatever it is. He's trying
Bro,
to
if I
figure
was
out
there,
a
I
place
would've
to get some rest.
I would have
and wait out
left
the rest
instantly.
of the challenge.
I would not
but that's
be
when the
messing
noises
around with
start again.
places like this.
Yo.
Dude, what?
Something just moved in there.
What?
Hello?
No,
The room
no.
where it came from is
No, no,
completely
no.
empty, but the complex is still occupied by something that has been waiting for the right time to strike, and that time is now.
Going up. Hey.
Hype Mike runs out of there fast, but makes the
Dude,
mistake of taking
what
one
is
last
that?
look. Do you think this is one of his friends
No.
or a person who's lost their mind? Number 3. I'm going to take
Nah,
you to one of the
man.
most haunted places in the world. Some people call it the Arnold Estate, but you
Look at these
probably know it
goosebumps,
as
man.
the
Look at these
Conjuring
goosebumps.
House. Yeah, that one. This 1700s farmhouse in Harrisville, Rhode Island, is where the ill-fated Perron family lasted from January of 1971 until June of 1980. During this time, items would go missing,
It's a long
and small
time.
piles of dirt would show up whenever they cleaned the kitchen floor. Soon they were visited by spirits who smelled of rotting and could possess them at will. That's because it was less of a farmhouse and more of a portal to the underworld. A sorceress named Bathsheba Sherman is said to have practiced arcane magic here, possibly even sacrificing her own kin to better forge a connection with the underworld. People have lost their lives all over the property. Kids floating in a creek and swinging in the attic too. Now it's a place for only the bravest of ghost hunters to go. Jennifer and Marcel of J&M Explorations
I'm not one of them.
want to put their
That's for
skills
sure.
and equipment to the test. On March 18th of 2020, they team up with some friends for safety in numbers and prepare to explore it, the real Conjuring House. They want to see something crazy, so they waste little time heading straight into the basement.
Disgusting.
The same place where father and husband Roger Perron
So
used to feel a sinking presence behind him whenever he had to come down here to fix the heating equipment, which mysteriously failed many times. The deeper they go, the more they are filled with dread. I don't think it's just them down here, and this is why.
Oh my god, it's just the creepiest.
Get out.
Something guides them to a piece of old wooden furniture in the far corner that just so happens to have a kid's drawing on it. Andrea thinks this could be a person with a crooked neck in her words, and I see what she means.
Oh my
If it's
God.
not that, then maybe it's someone floating in the creek as she's exploring what it could be. A small face with large black eyes
man,
looks
checking
at
my
her from
back.
behind. At least that's what some people claim to see.
What is-
Roger always thought he felt something behind him. The old barn is next. This part is of particular interest.
Yo, why are you even touching that right now? You know what's going on right now in the world?
I'm pretty sure Marcel is right by her, so it's not him. And here's another voice they catch in the bedroom. This one's not in the mood to sing.
Make a noise, but you gotta make it close. Make the noise in here with us. Can you knock on the wall? What the?
Oh my
Its
God.
voice drips with hatred. And
Wait, why is it
soon
blurred out?
thereafter, a foul smell washes over Jennifer, the same one who moments earlier was asking for a sign. Well, I think she's got one and don't think she's faking.
That smell's coming back, and I can taste it.
Yo.
I don't like that at all. I want to get a drink.
Go ahead.
All right,
I'll stay up here.
Yep.
She smells the rotting, in my opinion, a stench coming from the door. Watch her reaction when she tries to leave.
Oh my god.
Just then, their friends enter to talk about their experience while using a Ouija board downstairs. They spelt out a demonic name,
would
and
he even
just
use
the
a
mention
Ouija
of it
board?
registers on their equipment.
The smell is when something evil, demonic is around you. When we were downstairs playing the Ouija board with the Beelzebub, and then they started smelling the smell up here. You see what I'm saying?
The meter's going.
Oh.
And while paranormal equipment is designed to withstand electromagnetic interference, normal cameras are not.
Wait a minute, were those the ones that were on that table right over here?
The screen turned off without him anywhere near it. A final truly bizarre moment happens when they head down to the dining room and see this hanging decoration is spinning. Soon another one is moving, this time side to side
No
instead of in
way.
circles. Here's the same room taken towards the beginning of the video. The camera is not steady, but it's steady enough to tell that these objects are not spinning. It could be far from a vent or a draft, but I don't think so. These dried flowers are meant specifically to keep spirits away. Moving the flowers could be a message
Okay.
from the spirits that this isn't enough to stop them, as one of the ghost hunters points out. So you can say what you want about the movies, but the location it's based on is
Right.
definitely not someplace you'd want to spend the night at. J&M Explorations
Yeah.
experienced the same type of early
For sure.
situations that the Perrons had happened to them during their first few years of living here. Before things started ramping up, I guess the house likes to take its time. Oh, and then there's this doll
Okay.
who goes from waving hello at 13 minutes and 47 seconds to asking for a hug at 34 minutes and 39 seconds. So I guess Annabelle isn't the only one with possession problems. Number 2. There was once a YouTube channel
Yo, that
called
was
Meat
creepy.
Sleep that appeared to center around selecting and capturing people of random choosing. The work of someone documenting their own
Why?
mental psychosis firsthand and putting it online for all to see. Some videos silently watch people from afar as they go about their daily routines, like this woman walking by herself in a lake. When she gets out of view, the The cameraman stands up for a better look, completely fixated on her. Camouflaged by vegetation, he feels bold and creeps closer. She gives no indication of knowing or consenting to being filmed in this way. Never does she look back at the man staring at her, and I don't know what became of her. Other videos are simply outside of someone's window, presumably waiting for a glimpse of their latest obsession. One creepy video is taken in a subway. You can see the target briefly, a person with short dark hair, and there's slowed down audio too. The whole time I thought this was the work of one person, but at double the speed this sounds like a conversation between 3 people plotting to enter someone's home.
Come into the house. And go into the bathroom until Sam calls us to be home.
The rest of this video takes place in a dirty basement room. Could this be where their victims are eventually taken? It's a downstairs dwelling that shows up time and time again in many videos. A place that gives off a strange and gruesome vibe. And this black body bag looks far from empty. Another video shows the basement room from the top of the steps while someone wails below.
Yo, that's creepy. That's creepy.
I feel like this could be a network of human collectors organizing a red room, which, for those of you who don't know, is a live stream of someone being brutalized by people paying money to decide what happens next. One video titled, "She's a Keeper," is the outline of a person who perhaps has rotted into the floor. I think her screams are being played over it too. It's hard for me to listen because it's so realistic to me. But what do you think? Is this real or fake? A single chair sits in the middle of the room. Maybe the whole channel is an advertisement for an organization shrouded in secrecy.
What is that?
One video titled "Commencement" is total darkness and silence until this happens. Look at the writing on this door. The letters
that kind of scared me a little bit.
in a grid-like pattern. Is this random graffiti or a secret puzzle spelling out the date and time of their next show? This organization appears to delight in taking apart families. No one appears to be safe. Not even children are safe. A home video shows a child with blonde hair on the porch.
No one is safe.
In a different video, she's spinning around as if being inspected by an adult who they don't trust. She looks taller, older, perhaps held captive for years, but I can still make out the same short blonde hair. And this adult woman, possibly the mother or grandmother, closely resembles the woman whose picture they openly mock in a different video. So perhaps she is another one who has been captured as well. All of this evidence is starting to make me sick, so I'm going to cut to the chase. A final video that makes me suspect this could actually be a collection of vampiric humanoid creatures. First, their name is spelled out letter by letter, S-E-W-N-K-I-N, Sownkin. Then the camera turns around to partially reveal a ghoulish black-eyed face. Now that's enough to make me scream. I've got a challenge for you. Number 1. This creepy kids show is called Mushroom Land, and it was apparently broadcast somewhere in Poland decades ago. At first glance, it seems like a fairly innocent program, until you pay attention to what they're actually saying.
Why are her eyes like that?
Piece together what this material was probably really used for. We follow a girl named Agatha as she learns more about this magical world of Mushroom Land.
Why are her eyes like that?
The first episode is called Smile Guide, and I feel like there's subliminal messages the whole time, to the point where I had to take breaks while watching. Like here at 3 minutes and 16 seconds, where it sounds like someone crying in reverse is being played over hypnotic piano notes.
My god, dude.
The red figure is named Toy Fell, her smile guide, and the way they smile at each other at 3 minutes and 28 seconds is unsettling.
Bro, what even
if
is
not
this?
Demonic.
What? Bro, what?
Toyfell is constantly by her side, getting her attention and distracting her while she tries to cut an apple.
This is so creepy, man.
This is supposed to be some kind of instructional episode about how to slice an apple, but she seems to be teaching kids to do it all wrong and gets really close to slicing her fingers here instead. The next part made me feel slightly lightheaded. A creepy deep voice, no doubt laced with more subliminal messages, tells us that Mushroom Land is a beautiful meadow that will bestow misery upon all who enter. To which Agatha seems to transform into something completely evil looking.
Her eyes, bro.
Shoulders low as she tells us not to listen.
What, dude?
Skip to episode 4, and she is opening mail from other kids who send her their hair.
Why did they even make this?
After they
like,
take kids captive
what was the purpose of this cartoon?
This is also where we meet
show?
someone known only as the Jeans Man, an adult who dances with the kids and appears to groom them when their nails and hair grow too long,
this, man?
presumably after being under his watch for a long period of time. How he gets them is never made clear.
Yo, man, I keep
but
looking
some
back.
of the
I'm
letters are from the
so
families
scared
of
right now.
other kids who could have possibly been taken. One of them mentions the 8th anniversary of their passing on. Another note says that someone's niece isn't breathing. By episode 5, Agatha is being prodded awake with a stick, furthering the theory that she's being held against her will. And she's wearing lipstick now, perhaps put on her by the Jeans Man. I think she's being allowed to call her mother here, but the stress of being in captivity leaves her unable to talk, and she disassociates from reality. Toyfell appears again and tells her he's taking her on a field trip, presumably to the meadows. But first, she has to do something she really doesn't want to do if she ever wants to get there.
Bro, what are these sound effects?
Something about these pictures looks a little too real, almost like they're still photos of a real girl screaming. The eyes might also double as a blindfold. Maybe the Jeans Man is a real person who forced her to make this show as a tribute to all of his previous acts. As for what Mushroom Land means, I think it's a clever way of saying underground. Creepy when you think about it. As for Toyfell, he could have been a way to introduce the underworld to kids in a fun way that they wouldn't understand until it's too late. This was before the internet, so a kid's show would have been the perfect way to do something like this. At any rate, Toyfell seems to be invading Agatha's mind and trying to be cute about it the entire time. Someone could watch this and not even know the underlying meaning.
Not one bit.
This is the show starring a small impish figure who seems bent on instructing harm. If this series is real, then it seems history is repeating itself. People have sadly been making dangerous instructional videos for many years now.
These scary videos might be more than you can handle, so don't say.
I'm so glad I'm done with this video. Oh my god. Dude, that was low-key scary. It didn't make me scream, but it scared the crap out of me, man. I was scared the whole time. You guys saw me looking back like a bunch of times. Ooh, man, H7, bro, this was a good video. Shout out to you, man. Ooh, I'm so glad I am done with this video. Alright, anyways, guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy this reaction. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. You already know. And it's been your boy Harmon, and I'm out. Peace.